What's up guys, David Moss Jr. here, and in this video I'm going to do a full in-depth review of the Plunge. Now the Plunge is one of the most recognized cold plunges on the market today. Matter of fact, most people know of cold plunging based on the aesthetics of the Plunge. A few fun facts to know is the Plunge is actually made right here in the United States of America, and it's one of the few cold plunge companies out there that is. Not only that, they're handmade, tested thoroughly, and packaged with care, shipped all over the world. The founders of the Plunge are avid cold plungers, health seekers, and wellness lovers. So when they designed the Plunge with their health in mind. So not only are they invested in the Plunge as a company, but they're invested in us as a community and our health, which to me honestly makes a huge difference. So enough about the Plunge's history and the company, let's talk about the product. Wow. Oh man, that is nice. That is so nice. That's so deep. All right, so for reference, this is the Cold Plunge XL. I'm 6'1" and I look like a little baby in this thing. It's massive. There's so much more room than I expected, and man, you can actually get really comfortable. You can get really wide. This is a very comfortable tub. All right, so let's talk about some of the facts. So this is the Cold Plunge XL. The Cold Plunge comes in 3 different models, 2 different sizes. Comes in the Plunge XL, which is this one, and then the Plunge Commercial, which is also the XL, so same size. A few of the key differences is the Plunge starts at a sales price of $4,990. The standard Plunge is 67 inches in length, 31.5 inches in width, and 24 inches tall. To compare, this is the XL. It starts at $6,990 at the time of filming this, and it's 73 inches in length, which is 6 inches longer, 32.5 inches wide, so that's an entire inch wider, and 27 inches tall, so 3 more inches high, which makes this thing a beast. If you're a larger person, a taller person, or a professional athlete, which I might say a lot of my friends who are professional athletes, this is their Plunge of choice. Not only because it's a good looking Plunge and it looks good in their homes, but it's big enough for them to get in and easy for them to maintain. The commercial size is the exact same size as the XL, it just comes with the Pro Chiller. And the Pro Chiller will chill your water 3 times faster. They also have a heating option. It's not fast enough to really experience that contrast therapy, but there is a lot of massive benefits to it. So now a couple cool things to note about the inside of the Plunge is you have 2 jets, so it's gonna create a really good circulation. Now, I have a lot of experience with different cold plunges, and that's one of my biggest pet peeves is circulation, because a lot of people will just buy those chest freezers from Home Depot or from the appliance stores. They cool the water down, but also there's no circulation of the water, so the water gets really nasty really fast. And if you notice, if you watch any DIY videos on YouTube of people using these chest freezers, that's the first thing they do is they have to install a pump, and they have to try to figure out a way to keep the water moving, because stagnant water creates growth, and you don't want growth in some tub that you're gonna be spending time in. You don't wanna have the cold plunging benefits, but also have a skin fungus too. So just something to keep note of. Not only is there really good circulation, but there's an incredible filtration system. They use a massive Culligan filtration system plus ozone with multiple inlets and multiple outlets. So there's a lot of circulation, there's a lot of cleaning. There's also a nice little cleaning kit that you can get as well. But I do want to throw out one tip. When you are cold plunging, please make sure you rinse off first. It is very important, especially if you're working out or getting in the sauna. Rinse off with a hose, take a quick shower. You want to get into your Plunge as clean as possible, because that's also going to keep the water as clean as possible. Now, if you have a system like the Plunge that has a really great filtration system, that's not that big of a worry, but on most, you're gonna wanna make sure you stay clean. So now let's talk about some of the benefits to cold plunging. Why would you wanna invest in something like this in the first place? Well, the first is for overall health, your immune system. When you get into the cold water, it activates your immune system to help keep you from getting sick. It does that by increasing your blood flow. So your blood flow is increased and your circulation is increased in your entire body, which flushes out a lot of those toxins and allows your body to perform better. It can help to reduce chronic pain, arthritis, joint pain, discomfort. It can even boost your metabolism. With this increased circulation, your metabolism is going to be activated, which can help burn body fat. And even with all those great energy benefits, it can even help you sleep better. But the overall health benefits are incredible. What about the mental health? That's what a lot of people are talking about and discussing now, is the mental health of cold water therapy. You get a boost in energy. You get an elevated mood. You get to practice discipline. Getting in cold water sucks. There's nothing about it that anybody's ever going to be honest and say they like. They like the effects of when they get out of the cold water, knowing that they just did something they know, their mind knows, and everybody around them knows is going to suck. I want you to experience cold water therapy, because when you get out, and I've seen it happen so many times, people who are skeptics get out of the water and they want to do it again. And one of my favorite, it increases your resilience. You can handle stress, anxiety, and even depression. I know of service members who have followed some of my DIY cold plunges and have followed my journey through cold plunging, who have also jumped in. And I've heard testimonies of Marines who have been on multiple pills for their PTSD no longer take any pills because the cold water therapy has helped them deal with their stress, deal with their PTSD, deal with their anxiety. And to me, that's a godsend. That's an amazing gift. So now let's talk about recovery, which is probably one of the main reasons people get into cold water. Athletes have been getting into ice baths for years, and it's usually after a game to help them with recovery, because cold water therapy helps reduce inflammation in the entire body. And if you do full dunks and go underwater, can even help reduce inflammation in the head, inflammation in the brain, sinus cavities, helps your skin tighten. It obviously reduces muscle soreness, so if you're sore and you just had a crazy workout, or you just ran an Ironman, or you just went for a run and you have shin splints, getting into cold water is going to help reduce that muscle soreness, helping you recover. And one of the craziest things, and what I'm super stoked about, is I get up and work out super early in the mornings, and all my cold plunges that I have currently are outside. Having this on the inside is going to be great. I'm going to come in and I'm going to jump in this thing at 4:45 in the morning before my workout, because it boosts performance. If you cold plunge before a workout, before an exercise, getting cold, giving your body that opportunity, but also increase blood circulation, but also giving you that energy, is going to take you into the gym. And not only that, your body is going to be forcing itself to warm up, burning off fat, turning that white fat that we have around our belly area and turning it into brown fat, which will protect and heat up our organs. When your body's heating up, your metabolism is ramping up, and you're going to have more energy for your workout, but your performance is going to excel. Joe Rogan even talks about this. Now, I've listed off a lot of great benefits, and there's more benefits and more studies and more doctors backing cold plunge therapy, ice therapy, cold water immersion. It's got a bunch of different names, but I want to tell you something. Lean in here for a second and listen. If you can't afford, or currently can't afford, to get yourself an ice bath for your house, or create a DIY or anything like that, I want to encourage you to start small. Just start with showers. Take a shower, a normal shower just like you normally take, and at the end, start with 10 seconds. Turn it as cold as you possibly can. It's gonna suck. Be prepared, but it's gonna be worth it. Turn it as cold as you can for 10 seconds. And if that 10 seconds is okay, stay in there for 20, stay in there for 30, stay in there for 40, stay in there for a minute, stay in there for 2 minutes, stay in there for 3 minutes. You're gonna get benefits of cold water therapy. Now, it might be a little bit different. Taking a cold shower is gonna suck a lot worse than just getting into a nice, static, stoic cold water, but you're gonna get the benefits. And for the most part, it's free. Now, I'm about to do a full review of this, and I'm gonna show you every nook and cranny of the cold plunge and set it up. But if this is something that you're considering getting, I want to offer you $150 off, which is one of the better deals you're going to ever see on Cold Plunge. All you have to do is visit the link in the description of this video, or scan this code right here. It's going to take you to the site. Pick out the plunge of your choice and use discount code DMAUSJR. That's me. It's also my Instagram handle, DMAUSJR. It's going to save you $150 off of the plunge and give you the tools you need to experience the benefits of cold water therapy. Now let's set this baby up. Here's what you're going to get. You get a manual that's very simple, walks you through your setup. There's QR codes, YouTube videos. It's very simple. This is going to be very simple to set up. You get a fishnet for skimming out any debris that might be floating. This is a tool to take your filter, your water filter off. Comes with a cute little rubber ducky to float around with you. A thank you note from the owners, Michael and Ryan. It's very cool. Handwritten thank you note, which is awesome. You don't see that anymore. This is your hose filter. When you fill it up, you're going to want to use this. This is going to keep the water that you're putting in clean, so it's going to stay cleaner longer. And then this is the maintenance box. So this back cover, which is nice, it keeps everything hidden and keeps everything looking clean. The only thing you're going to see is the chiller. It's kind of hard to contain a massive chiller to keep your water cold. But the cool thing is, I thought this was going to be easy or difficult to take off. I didn't really know. But they use magnets instead of screws. So you literally can just take it off. There's magnets built into this. Go put this to the side, set your plunge up, do any maintenance, change out your filter. And that's what's cool. So it's a really great setup. They even put insulation on the outside of the tubing to prevent condensation. And that's one of the major benefits to this plunge over most on the market, is you can put it inside. You can put it in your garage and you're not going to have any condensation or sweat on the outside, because the entire tub all the way around, all the way to the floor is fully insulated. And even the tubes that typically will create some condensation and get wet are also insulated. So you're not gonna have the issues that most are having. They also did a good job keeping all of your electrical components contained. So if you do keep this outside, you can have all of your electrical components and they're all gonna be protected from the elements, not only by this box, but by the outside as well. Circuit breakers are inside here as well with your extra plugs. There's 2 additional plugs down here. One is to plug your chiller in. So the chiller is its own deal and it has its own cord, but you don't have to plug it into its own outlet in your house. Matter of fact, you're gonna run that cord into this box. In this box, you have a breaker, you have power box, and then you are gonna have a plug coming off the bottom of this power box that you're gonna plug in. That's the only one you're gonna plug into your house. You wanna make sure that you have the right power and you wanna make sure that it's onto a GFCI outlet. Now this right here is the cord from the chiller. There's already a power bank in there ready for it, so that's where you're gonna plug that in. Then you're gonna close this water sealed box. Now to set this thing up, basically all I'm gonna need is a hose, so some fresh water and this hose filter. I'm gonna fill it halfway up, and I'm gonna fill it halfway up, leaving this tube, the out tube, disconnected. That allows the water to fill up inside the chiller and fill up inside the pipes so that when you do start it for the first time, you're not gonna be sucking dry air, which is gonna keep your pump and your chiller from failing. Another quick tip is if you do ever feel the need to drain this and move this, it's very simple. That's always a question that I get is, hey, how do I drain this thing? Down here at the bottom, there's this nice little L pipe and it's closed off right now. You can connect a hose to the tip there, run the hose wherever you need, just like a swimming pool or an above ground swimming pool or something like that. And then you can open that and that's gonna drain all the water out. So once again, it's a very high quality setup. All right, so I wanna give you guys another tip. When you put this on, do not start it in your plunge. You're gonna be sadly mistaken. When you put these on for the first time, there's a lot of carbon. So you wanna turn this on for a good 10-15 seconds until the water coming out is clear. Otherwise, the water coming out is gonna have that black carbon film and be foamy and nasty. So once you have it coming out nice and clear like this one is, you can put it in your plunge. You can tell when you get to that halfway point because the filter actually fills itself up. This is a great design. So I'm seeing what's going on here. The gravity is obviously feeding in. When you leave this open, it lets the air travel out and lets the water travel in. So that's why you don't want to put this on until it's halfway full, because it's going to help with the water purging. Everything's full of water. Once the pump turns on, it's going to be able to just send the water right on through. It's going to keep the health of your pump good, and it's going to keep the health of your chiller good too. So totally love that design, and I get it. I'm gonna go ahead and plug it in and get this thing started. All right, buddy, go ahead and throw them rubber duckies in there. You guys ready for this thing to get turned on? I hope it works. Let's see what happens. Oh. So it's gonna push the air out first. And once all the air is pushed out, we're golden. It's on. You're the best, buddy. I love those rubber duckies. So this is the rubber ducky that Plunge sent me, and now he's got a bunch of friends. How cool. So you can kind of see, I'm not sure if you're able to see in the camera, but this jet's pushing the water this way, this jet's pushing the water this way, and it's creating circulation. The circulation is gonna help keep the water clean. So the chiller just kicked on, and now we're gonna go adjust that. All right, so now the chiller is on, and you can see it says 84 right there, which that's the temperature of the water that came out of my hose, and that's the temperature of the water that's currently passing through. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna hold set down until we hear a beep. So now that it's flashing, it's set at 39, which is fine, but I'm more of a 44 guy. 44 is my favorite temp, so I'm gonna set it to 44, press set, and now we're set to 44. All right, so we're cooking with gas, we're filled up, chiller set. That was super easy to set up, super easy to put together, super easy to get rolling. Got a lot of rubber duckies in there doing their thing, which is super cool. When I get back from work today, I'm gonna do my first plunge, conclude this video, and give you my final thoughts. But for now, let's get this water cold, so when I get in it, it's an actual cold plunge. There's one thing I want you to note, and if you can hear me right now, that's great, but you might not be able to. The chiller is going to make some noise and it is going to produce some heat when it's first kicking on and when it's first chilling down the water. Now the good news is the temperature of the chiller will rise 3 degrees over the set temp, and it'll cut off until it reaches 3.5, 4 degrees. That's when it'll kick back on. So it's not gonna be running like this 24/7. You're gonna keep it on, but it's gonna turn itself off and on as it needs to. I just want you to know that in the beginning, when you first start this thing up, it will produce some heat and it will be a little bit loud. But not to worry, that's really normal. All right, well, here I go, buddy.
Here I go. Here I go.
It's hot. Coming in? Ready? It's so cold. I think I do really like this.
Really?
Yeah.
It's so roomy.
It's so roomy. Are you gonna get in? Come on. Go ahead and get all the way. You're already in it, you might as well. Oh man, this is amazing. All right, good. All right, my friends, all I can say is wow. Plunge, you guys make an incredible plunge, and I'm super blessed to be able to share this with the world. I hope this review was able to help you maybe consider looking at the plunge and maybe getting one for yourself. If you have any questions that I did not answer, go over in detail on this video that you need help with, please post them in the comments below. I like to engage and answer any questions. If you'd like to reach out to me on Instagram, it's @dmossjr. I'll post that right here. So you can reach out to me on Instagram, send me messages, send me pictures and videos of anything that you're going through on your cold plunge journey, and I'd love to help you out there too. If you're ready to make the jump and get yourself a cold plunge, like I said earlier in the video, I'm gonna post the links in the description below that can save you 150 bucks. I also have some links down there for other saunas, other cold plunges, red light therapy, and a couple other things if you'd like to check those out for yourself as well. But for now, I wanna say thank you guys so much for watching. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys on the next video. I hope you all have a great day, and God bless. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. Now, if you like this video, I think you're gonna wanna check out this video next. So go ahead and click on this video right here.